Hey guys, I'm Jules. Thank you for coming back for another weekly update of all my cross stitch stuff. And this week is a little bit different. And I've got some things to show you guys, but it's definitely different from some of my other videos. First thing I want to do and just get out of the way so that those of you guys who are here for this can go ahead and get this information, and then if you want to stay you can, and if you don't you can go. It's no big deal. We did a drawing last week for a project that yeah, I don't think I brought back here. Did I bring it back? You guys know what project it was. It was very pretty, and it's around here somewhere. And the winner of the drawing that I just drew a few minutes ago is Kimberly Ray Flynn. So Kimberly, if you wouldn't mind reaching out to me, just go on the blog, stitchingjules.com, and just fill out a contact where it says contact me. Just contact me that way. Let me know how to get in touch with you, and I will send that project to you. There are some more giveaways to be done later in the year, but what I've decided to do is I'm going to give one project away at a time and make sure that I have sent that first project out to the winner, and they have received it before I give something else away. That way I don't get kind of too bogged down in just trying to figure that part out. So but anyway, Kimberly, I hope you enjoy it very much, and folks, there will be more to come. So if you don't know what I'm talking about and would want to see it, check out last week's video. Sorry. But all right, so I only have progress on a couple of pieces this week, but I got some new stuff. I got quite a lot of new stuff, including this thing that's up here. If you've been staring at it, wondering what this might be, this is part of it. But first off, we're just going to show a couple things that I stitched this week. Amazingly enough, I thought I'd get a ton of cross stitch done this past weekend. I had a 4-day weekend. I'm like, I'm gonna cross stitch. I ended up playing video games the whole weekend. Not the whole weekend. We cleaned a lot. You can tell by the new look of the set of my channel. Basically, I've just turned myself around completely. The board that has all my cross stitch stuff is kind of right here. We really don't want to drill more holes in the wall and put the board over here, so eventually what I'm going to do is just go back to the old-fashioned tape method and put them up on the wall behind me. Is that dirt? Oh, that is dirt. Dust or something. But we're just going to move them over, and so, but I wanted to kind of sit more in the corner, and so that's actually what we spent most of the weekend, most of the 4-day weekend about. We were cleaning, organizing, throwing stuff out, rearranging my entire desk. Took over a day. So I ended up not getting a lot of cross stitch done, but what I did get done, I got some Dachshund done. Let's take a look at Dachshund. Here we go. So pretty much, if you guys remember, I just really filled in just a bunch more of the ear all around in this area. It's funny how big Dachshund's starting to look on this. I mean, it doesn't look that big because I have so much more to stitch, but the ear just looks huge. So that's what I focused on, just filling in the ear more, and I hope that that's kind of where I'll continue, is just to try to fill it in a little bit more and then come down a bit more on the body. But that's what I got done there. And then the only other thing that I worked on was Rainy Waterloo Place. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Now, I do have, well, many other things to talk about, but we're gonna show you little Rainy Waterloo. And pretty much, if you can tell, I just moved on to the next page a little bit more. I expanded the stitching. Hold on. Expanded the stitching down. I filled in much more through here, but then started extending it down some. So I'm just following the stitching. If I'm using, you know, like 646 or something, and I just follow it down onto the next page. So definitely have more done. It looks great. It's coming along wonderful. Got the hoop mark in there. That'll go away. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. I'm really excited. A couple different things to talk about. I went to the stitching shop this past week. A stitching shop is a needlework shop in Colorado, near Denver, Colorado, and it is the place that I always go to pick up supplies and things like that. And I picked up some DMC, and I picked up a couple new projects. I picked up a new project bag. I like these big, huge waterproof, canvasy project bags. I like the big ones so I can stuff multiple projects in them at one time. And I was getting to a point where with a few of my projects, I basically, I just needed more space, unfortunately. I'm going to do this thing last. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is the stuff I bought. So I can't believe I did this because I have never purchased a product like this before. Well, this too. But I got Mill Hill kits. And for those of you guys who don't know what Mill Hill kits are, first of all, they're awesome. They're beautiful. But they come with beads. And I've never beaded before. I've never done beads. So that will be fun to experiment with that. I'm going to definitely have to put that on video when I do that. But you can see all the little beads. It's reflecting pretty good. All the little beads there. And so that'll be fun. But which ones did I get? I got this one. It says dogs smile with their tails, which I really, really like an awful lot. They were all animal related. I'm like, oh, I can do these and put these up at work. I got so many things to put up at work. And then I love this one. Love me, love my dog. It's so gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And then this last one was love each other. So, Mill Hill kits. Mill Hill kits. Anyway, it's pretty awesome. They're pretty cool. And at some point, and the good thing about them is that it comes with the floss, it comes with the fabric, it comes with the beads. So all you gotta do is stitch it and then frame it. So I haven't popped any of these open yet. I was not gonna do that until I was absolutely 100% ready to start one. So we're not gonna start it just yet, but it is something that I want to work on. It's something in my eyeball. Oliver is our little dog that is staying with us for a little while. If you guys followed me on Sunday, I was telling you how Oliver was going to be going home on Tuesday, which would have been today, but his mom needed to spend some extra time out of state, and we said absolutely we'll hang on to him. He's a little Chihuahua mix, and he's basically he's a handful. He's partially paralyzed, has to wear a diaper. Absolutely is obsessed with Doogie. Isn't neutered, and it shows. And yeah, he's kind of thrown the rest of the dogs into a bit of a loop. And so I don't know if you hear a dog barking, it's him. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. So I got those 3 projects, and I got some floss. What else did I? Oh, that's right. I picked up my RolaFrame. So this is a massive embroidery frame, basically. I'm just going to pull it. I'm going to do a whole video where I showed you guys how I put it together, which is probably going to be really funny because I did it while I was on stream, and I struggled. I struggled with putting stuff together because I always manage to make big mistakes and have to start over and then get frustrated. But if I can show you a little bit, so there's the base, and then comes down to the actual frame part. You can see how you can adjust it. It's adjustable up and down. I don't know if you can see. It's adjustable up and down here, and then it's adjustable across here. It does matter though in terms of, hold on, and then you can take this top part off. Come here you. Oh, I should have more space down here for all this. So you can take this right off, and what I'm gonna need is I'm gonna need longer these. I ordered what I thought would work. I didn't even think about measuring and worrying about that. But I put Reaper on this because it's about the only project that'll fit on here. So I went ahead and I rolled it up and did it. Now what I do need is I need tensioners, side tensioners here to come back and forth and to basically hold everything much more taut, because right now it's just way too loose for me. And these are, it's almost tightened, but if I can tighten it up this way, it'll go a long way. So I have some side tensioners ordered from a shop on Etsy. So hopefully they'll come this week, and then I can get started back on this. But like I said, I think these are 16 inch maybe rods. and I probably need the longest rods they have, 24, whatever it is, and so I can put more projects on it. But it's still a work in progress. I'm still figuring out how to put things together and how to use it, and I haven't actually stitched with it yet because I need the side tensioners before I start anything. So, but this is a really cool really cool thing, because it turns over. You can turn it over like this really easily to make sure you got the other side, all that good stuff. So anyway, but I love this thing. I think it's beautiful. The wood is super soft. All the edges are rounded. It's tremendous craftsmanship. So the gentleman who makes these, Dan, makes them by hand, all the pieces by hand himself, and there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work with these. So I would say that if you're looking for one of these, call your local knee workshop and ask them if they can order one for you, if you want one. And you may just want to look on YouTube. I want to say Michelle Bendy does... Michelle Bendy Stitches has a channel where I'm pretty sure she did a tutorial on how to set one up and how to use this. I didn't watch it before I set mine up. I probably should have. Let's just say that, because it took me, I think, an hour to put this together. And really, if you're focused, like my husband probably could have done this in under 10 minutes. Easy. So, but there it is. There's that. Now, I did also order I actually went ahead and ordered a hoop frame. Is that what it's called? It was a hoop frame. It's coming from Turkey, believe it or not. It was an Etsy store, and they're sending it from Turkey. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I think once I finally got, I broke down and got the big one, I'm like, just get this other one too. And I don't know what it's quarantine fever. And so this new one is one that actually will sit, I'll sort of sit on it, I can tuck it under my leg, and then the hoop will sort of sit right there in front. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I think that two-handed stitching will be something that I can learn to do. I'm not very good at it because I barely practiced it. So, but I think having my hands off the hoops will really help my stitching speed and hopefully kind of get me motivated to start stitching again. July has been a really rough month for motivation. Let's just say that. Not a whole lot other than the cleaning and the whole renovation stuff. Not a lot's been getting done. July is always nothing's usually going on in July from a standpoint of sports are not there, and nothing is there right now. There's nothing going on. So, well, there's stuff going on, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So anyway, there's the frame. And there's all that. Now, let's hop onto a subject that is absolutely sure to get some people's blood boiling. It shouldn't really, though. Come on. I mean, it really shouldn't. And let's just go ahead and jump into it. It's the Heaven and Earth Designs issue that has cropped up in the last week or so. I don't have every single detail about it, but suffice it to say, basically, there is some issues with the new DMC colors that were put out in the last couple of years, specifically color number 9, possibly number 8. I'm not the expert on this. Really, if you want to know more, you just go to heavenandearthdesigns.com. But basically, some of the patterns were put together and used the wrong number because it's scanned in assigned the wrong color to something. It's complicated. Well, maybe it's not that complicated, but it's not something to get terribly crazy about. I mean, unless you've maybe spent numerous hours on a project and then realized that you were using the wrong color. But it's a slightly different shade of brown is what we're talking about. We're talking about a dark brown versus a purple brown. A lot of people probably aren't even going to notice it, but they just discovered it very recently that there was an issue with it. And I don't want to do any more speculation other than that because there's some other rumors floating around about other things with colors and whatnot. But in terms of Heaven and Earth Designs, I can't talk. Basically, the people that run that over there, they're awesome. They're absolutely fantastically awesome. Anytime I've ever dealt with them, their customer service has been fantastic. And I think that the customer service that they've provided over the last week has been really great. Like, if I didn't know about the issue, I would have found out about it. I got emails from them stating what happened, had a big apology, and telling everyone that, you know, they're going to be resending out all the patterns with corrected numbers, and we should be getting them. They're going to roll them out as soon as they can get them done. They're going to start with like the most popular designs first and then move their way down. So I got an email, and then within a couple of days, I got a redo of Honeybee Portrait. So I don't, and honestly, it hadn't affected me at all in Honeybee Portrait because I hadn't gotten to any of the brown colors yet. It was all gold. So thankfully, you know, that was fine. Now, Signing of the Constitution, which I just purchased like a month ago, 2 months ago or so, that one was really affected by it, and there was a lot. Like, the whole first couple of pages was like all number 9. So I am glad that I hadn't started on that. And if you have started on that and you realize you've got to change colors, or you're upset because you've frogged, you know, apparently a lot of people, not a lot, some people were really angry and sort of really took it out on social media on Heaven and Earth Designs. And listen, I feel like it, in a lot of ways, I mean, we've all been there. You know, how many of us have stitched on something for quite a while? You've taken one color or 2 colors and you've worked on a project for quite a while, and then you realized after, who knows, a couple hundred stitches, you used the wrong floss. I mean, you personally picked the wrong floss and used the wrong floss and stitched on it without realizing that it was the wrong floss for a considerable piece of time. So I mean, granted, I mean, it's a different situation, but we all make mistakes, and they're really working hard on trying to fix everything. So let's just give them a break. And you know, it's one of those things that, you know, everybody has recalls like that. I mean, your car, who hasn't had a car recalled because of some kind of issue? These mistakes happen. So anyway, all my best to Heaven and Earth Designs. They do a fantastic job. And I keep forgetting to show you guys, and I don't have it here right now, but I keep forgetting to show you guys, I bought a new pattern not that long ago, a couple weeks ago. I showed you one with the cello, but there was a different one that I got. It's on my computer, though, so I can't show you because I haven't hooked my printer up, so I haven't been able to print a picture out and show you guys yet. But I will. I will absolutely do that. And, man, I tell you what, I was on Downloads. Downloads with a Z. Download Z. It's like the click and stitch. It's the digital download portion of Cross Stitch Collectibles. And I saw a couple on there, and I'm like, I really shouldn't, but you guys know how it goes. Anyway, what else? I want to say that might be about it. I hope you guys are safe and you're doing well and you're having a good time stitching. The other thing that I wanted to mention briefly was when I went over to a stitching shop and I talked to those guys. This was the first time I'd been over there since the coronavirus issue had kind of popped up. And one of the things that I kind of missed a little bit was being able to put my hands all over everything. And that I couldn't do. And I didn't realize, I didn't even think about it until I showed up. They're like, don't touch anything. Just walk around and just window shop. And if you want to look at something, we'll touch it. And so that way they're able to keep everything as clean as possible and everybody as safe as possible. So that was really considerate, and I really appreciated that, because I just, you know, you kind of start seeing cross stitch stuff and you're just like, oh, I gotta touch everything. And so and that's actually why I ended up buying the Mill Hill kits, because normally I don't look at the Mill Hill stuff. They have a large display of them there, but normally I don't really look at them. But this time, because I had to kind of sit, you know, kind of wait around, and I couldn't really touch stuff. I couldn't go through all the patterns and stuff. I saw this row of really cool dog and cat themed Mill Hill kits. So there we go. But anyway, one of the things that Christine over there said was that try and have patience with your local needle workshop. And I'll throw in something else too. Try and shop through your local needle workshop as much as you can. And if you don't have a needlework, embroidery, cross-stitching shop near you, then look around online, because there are plenty of them that do a great job of you know, whether it's on an Etsy store or their own website, and they sell a lot of things through there as well. Now, Christine told me that they're having a hard time getting DMC right now. They're having a hard time getting everything right now. It's not just a matter of companies were shut down, which they were for weeks, and got behind in stocking, got behind in production, but also the shipping aspect of it. Shipping is really delayed right now, both with UPS and FedEx, and especially if anything's coming international, it's super delayed. She told me that, you know, where an order of fabric used to take maybe 5 days, now it's taking like 3 weeks. If it took 2 weeks, it's taking 6 weeks. So if you can just have patience with them, hopefully, you know, stitch on what you have available and then move on to your new project when you get your supplies. But try to be understanding. They have they're behind as well, or maybe not as behind. They really aren't as behind as they used to be, but there was, Christine was telling me that, you know, there were weeks basically where she was the only one who was able to be in the store and just trying to vaguely keep up with putting orders together, and it was really difficult and it was very stressful for her. And I mean, I know I always appreciate everything she does, and gets the best stuff for me. It finds me exactly what I need, what I want. And if I have to wait a little bit of time, I have to wait a little bit of time, you know. Just be patient if you can. And if you can't, then don't use my name, okay? A lot of people call over there and order, and she said, thankfully, to you guys that order and say, hey, Stitching Jules sent me to you guys. Vast majority of you guys have been absolute peaches and been really super nice, and I appreciate that, because as a business owner myself, nothing's worse than people that you just can't please no matter what. And so anyway, yeah, I'm just rambling now. What else is going on? I think that's about it. I'm glad I got this video done tonight, because it's going to take a while to upload, because it's already 22 minutes. But I think that's it. So let's all, you know, it's still a very stressful time, and we know that, but it's cross stitch, folks. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be relaxing. So if it's not, then take a break. Just take a break. And otherwise, Kimberly, I hope you reach out to me. Let me know. Let me know your info, and I'll get that project over to you. And I'm sorry, I don't have it with me right now. I didn't even think about it before I sat down. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the stream. We do streaming on Thursdays and Sundays, typically in the mornings. And we stream for 2 to 3 hours or so. And I try and cross stitch. Usually I can't, because I'm talking so much. And we have a good time. Just a small group of us get together and just have fun. So if you guys can make it, that would be great. Link is down below. It's on Twitch. My name over there is Stitching Jules. Don't forget to check out my blog. It's stitchingjules.com. Something that I keep forgetting to tell you guys. Maybe I told you last week. I just don't remember. But I have done recent articles on the blog. Some Disney cross-stitch, some Star Wars, some Avengers. If you're looking for cross-stitch patterns in these genres, I've compiled about 20 to 25 different really nice original cross-stitch patterns for each of those topics. Plus, I think I did an Egyptian one. And I'm just working on other articles, other, you know, like just lists of just cool things, cool types of patterns on cross-stitch. And so if you guys are looking for like, I want to cross-stitch the Eiffel Tower. Well, here's 10 different cross-stitch designs about the Eiffel Tower, and you just can go through and just figure out which one you want to do. But that's what we're working on. Other than that, I think I'm done. I'm about ready to start coughing because my throat's getting awful dry. So thank you guys so much. If you're still here, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I will see you guys really soon. Happy stitching. Stay safe. Be nice to each other. And thank you for watching.